Hello, welcome back to Stunning Science. Today's live session is very important. It is about solving physics numerical with confidence, right? And absolutely, this is for grade 8, 9, and 10 students. Most of the time, I'm sure you'll be having traveling, solving physics numerical with confidence, right? Yes. So most students are having these difficulties, how to solve numerical, how to solve physics numerical, particularly on time and effectively. And that's why, so we are going to start on behalf of Stunning Science. We're here to present some easy tricks and some effective way to deliver you some best tips, right? So I'll be sharing my screen. So I hope you'll get some, some things from this live session, and I hope you'll get some skills, particularly solving in physics. Because in exam, so what happens during exam time? It is sometimes, due to low confidence, so you're not able to solve physics. You're not able to solve numerical or problems. Sometimes we forget about the formula and other things, and particularly and many other parameters, right? So here I'll show you some tricks that you must follow before your exam and during exam prep. Okay, and in the exam hall, it will be an effective way to solve numerical easily. So I'm going to share my screen and let's check out. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay, so let's start. Mastering physics numerical. I hope it will be very helpful, and particularly for grade 8, 9, and 10 students, particularly for exam preparation, and so for many competitive exams and any competitive exams and exam preparation, right? Very good. So first thing, understand the problem. So what do you mean by that? Whenever you are getting a physics problem, suppose you need to solve something, you need to think, you need to consider a couple of things. For example, read carefully. Okay. So what you have to do, read the problem statement slowly and carefully. Okay. It will help you, and this will help rushing to a solution without knowing what is asked. That is why reading multiple times with calm mind is needed, is essential, right? Number two, identify information. Find the given values. Most important, the data, what are given, right? So unknowns and physics concepts. This will help you start on the right path. For example, if uh, if I'm talking about equation of motion, so which formula you need to apply? There are three formulas, right? For example, S equals to ut plus half of at square, or A can be replaced by G based on the problems and the types, right? So that's why identification is very important here. Now, visualize. See the problem in your mind's eye. Okay. So I know this is little difficult for you because in the exam hall, lots of tension and lots of things are working together, right, parallelly. So you need to solve it within minutes, right? But still you need to calm your mind. This will bring clarity and connection. to the subject matter, right? So step 2 that I have already told you, relevant formula. Recall concepts that I was giving an example of the equation of motion, right? Which formula you need to apply, and particularly, so you have to recall the concepts. So if it, for example, if an object is accelerating or it starts from rest, if it is starting from rest, then initial speed or initial velocity would be 0, right? So you need to recall the concept. Then select formula that I was telling you. Which formula you need to select, okay? Then check units. Very important. Units of acceleration, meter per second square. Many students are getting confused and they are writing meter per second. Meter per second square, okay? Meter per second square or ms to the power minus 2, right? So check units. You need to always check the units. And if you are doubtful, then what you have to do, for example, acceleration. We know acceleration is rate of change of velocity, right? So rate of change of velocity means velocity upon time, right? So what is the unit of velocity? Meter per second, and the unit of time, second, right? So meter per second into second, meter per second square, correct? So you need to check the units. But all these things you need to do quickly. Choose a formula that links known to unknown. Always check units to ensure they are consistent. It is essential to recall all the important equation and the principles, correct? Now, step 3, lock and solve. Once you are confident that this equation is needed, this equation I need to apply to solve this, then you are good to go. So plug in values. Take the equation, write the equation, gather all the data, for example, acceleration, velocity, time, okay? So you need to find the distance, okay? So collect all the data, write the units and plug into the value. I mean, put in the equation, right? Insert the given values into the chosen formula or equation. Make sure the units match to avoid confusion that I'm telling again and again. Okay, plus, minus, positive, negative, you need to consider, you need to take care. Repeatedly, I'm telling, numericals means you need to select, choose correct units. Okay, velocity, meter per second, acceleration, meter per second square. Okay, work done, joule, power, watt. Just example, right? Ratio, no unit. Okay, heat, joule. Okay, so degree centigrade, Kelvin, Fahrenheit, formula, C by 5 equals to F minus 32 by 9. Correct? So degree conversion. So all the things you have to keep in your mind. Then check calculation. Verify each step. It is important to catch errors early on rather than doing later, because in exam time is short. So once you do the calculation, do that during that time only. Okay. So obviously you will cross check, right? If you have, if your time is there, but do it at the first attempt. Okay. So the things you need to consider, what is given, right? Before solving, what is given, and the most important thing, what is being asked. Okay, given, asked, then formula. Most important thing, formula, right? Equation, formula, anything which formula is right for your solution, for your statement, correct? Then lock it and peacefully solve it. Why I'm telling peacefully? Because it is very essential. I know this peaceful term is very difficult, right? I know it is not easy to say, particularly in exam hall, but still, without thinking anything, you need to solve, right? Okay, next thing, next, analyze the the remaining things. Remaining things means whatever the things are you are the executing, and the most important thing, result. Correct. Does the result make sense? Consider the context of the problem. For example, the approximate value of G, 9 point something meter per second square or 10 meter per second square. And if you are getting 2 meter per second square for relative to the Earth, then it doesn't look good, right? So you have to be very careful what exactly the value you are getting. For example, refractive index 1.33 or 1.54. Okay, water, glass, air. Okay, so if you get 1 point, let's say 2.3 for water, then or air, right? Then obviously it will be little. It will not actually the good result, right? So you have to check the result. Okay, interpret the result. So again, the things explain the result in terms of the physical concept. What does the number actually mean? And now again check units. Okay, ensure that the units are correct for unknown quantity. This is a sanity check, hygiene check, scratch from 0 to Z. Okay, so if you follow these 4 steps, right? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, then I am 100% sure you will rock solving physics. Most students are getting confused and physics is a very scary subject. Not at all. It is very easy until you understand the problem and you know the formula. For formula, you need to write it, you need to start the writing practice. The most important thing, writing practice of the formula. Correct. More practice, you will get more confidence. Right. So this live session is very short, but these 4 steps are very crucial for your skills. Correct. So I'm showing you some additional tips, right? Let me check. Is there anything that I can show you, or is there any message that it has come? Okay. So the diagrams. So in the pyramid structure, on the top diagram, visualize the problem. Check units, then second, check units, then third, practice, then 4, learn. Okay, form mistakes that I told you. Practice and practice, right? So I know this is actually important. This is crucial. Diagrams, check units, practice, learn, those things. Learn means from mistakes, what you have to learn. Practice, build skills, confidence. Check units to avoid any type of errors. Okay, and diagrams, visualize the problem. If you draw the diagram, then your problem will be solved 50%, right? Yeah. So what you have to, you have to accept or consider from this, understand, don't just memorize. This is very, very important. Many students try to remember those things, just they will read like a history subject, history and social science, right? Geography. But it is not like that. Okay. You have to understand. Once you understand the basic concept, you are good to go to solve the numerical. And second important step, practice consistently. This is very, very important. And ask for help when needed. So your teachers are there, friends are there. Always try to get some help from them. Also, your internet resources is there, right? So don't think that, okay, we'll check during the exam. Start solving practice, start solving physics numerical. Okay. So I'm again summarizing, given the datas, what are the datas given, which formula you need to apply, right? So sometimes, you need to select correct formula from a given of formulas. Okay. So this is your now skill, which formula you need to apply. Now, you might come with the question, what should I do if I forget? So sometimes it is going out of my mind, out of my brain. Then what should I do? That is why I'm telling, practice. Practice all the formula. Okay. Write down the formulas on a blank page and paste it on the wall or on a near the table where you are studying. Okay. Just try to visualize every day. Just try to look at those formulas every day. You'll get it. Okay. And what, so basically, just a minute, what I'm showing you. Yeah. Recall the concept. Whenever you are looking at the formulas, recall the concept. Okay. For if you are trying to, calculate the heat capacity, then all the associated concepts you have to read. Then calorimetry. Okay. So principle of calorimetry. Just for example, heat capacity, units. Okay. Laws of thermodynamics. So these are all really, really important. For example, electricity, electromagnetism, magnetic effect of electric current. Which formula you need to apply? Electric field, magnetic field, the distance, intensity, magnetic flux, right hand rule, corkscrew rule. Okay, so just gather all the things, you will get it. Okay, so that is why it is very, very important. Recall the concept, select formula, check units. Clear? Simple formula, sometimes we are doing mistakes. What is the formula of electric current? Okay, so basically, suppose charge is flowing per time, okay, unit time. So that this simple concept we are just forgetting. Okay, and we are trying to think, so what is this? Sometimes many students are doing mistake calculating equivalent resistance. Either it is in series or parallel. For parallel, 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Then the reciprocal, they do not change actually. They're forgetting to change the reciprocal things. So they're getting error. So those things you have to keep in mind. Specific resistance. Okay. Very, very important. Unit of resistance, specific resistance, electrical conductivity. Those are the prime actually, the datas. Okay, so basically this step 2 is very, very crucial. Recall concepts, select formula, check units. And if you are done with these 3 things, keywords, keep your secrets, then you are good to go. Right? Very good. Okay, so I hope this information, I think it was useful for you. And yeah, so consider all those things, and I hope you'll be rocking solving physics, right? Yeah. So the most important thing, again, I'm telling, practice. More practice, you'll get more confidence. Okay. So yes, so this live now, I'm just ending here, and in the future, more how to do that. The something will bring here at the Standing Science. We'll try to bring more important videos for your reference. Okay, so that your physics or your science for your IT foundation skills can be increased, right? So till the time, stay connected to Standing Science and stay blessed. Okay. Keep smiling. All the best. And once again, just I always say, congratulations on your new academic year. So it is already started, right? Do practice. Take care. Bye bye. Cheers.